Hey, this is Kat of Cattails TV, and I am going to clean my Doc Martens. The first thing you want to do is take out your laces, of course. You'd be surprised how many people clean their boots without taking out the laces, which kind of defeats the purpose, especially if you have, these are like ribbon type laces, so you don't want to mess these up. One of the things you want to do also is set up your tools. I will tell you about this later. Anyway, so before you really start, you want to make sure you have your gloves, you make sure you have your protective fabric or trash bags or whatever. If you're working inside, you want to have your cloth to clean. You want to have your brushes. And you want to have your water, if you're using water, your saddle soap, and your natural oil if you have that. I've had them for maybe 2 years, and I've never really cleaned them seriously, so I'm going to do that now. Now, one of the first things you can do is use a rough brush to try to get rid of the dirt. And you want to get the bottom parts where that stitching is, go over that. This might be too rough for this, but I am using what I have. Some people use a toothbrush, some people use a paintbrush. And you want to go inside, you know, where the tongue's meeting that edge, and give it a good brush. Look at, I mean, there's a ton of dirt coming out. Ton of dirt and lint. Oh my God. You never know what's in your shoes, I'll tell you. Also, walking around with all the dirt as well as your different socks are gonna leave lint. So anyway, you want to give the boot a really good brush over. Again, if this is too rough, don't use this, use something else, like a paintbrush. But I'm willing to go there. I would do this outside, but it's so cold. It's like 20 degrees. I'm not doing this outside. So you get a couple of towels or some old fabric, and you put it over a table to get it clean. This is really dirty. Let me go back and do the tongue on this one. Like dirt is flying off. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. So giving you this is saddle soap, and comes in a tin, and you know, you twist this thing and you're able to open it. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna try a trick. I don't even know if you're supposed to use it with this, but I'm gonna try, because I'm a crazy person. I'm gonna try it. No, go back. I have a pet here. Anyway, this probably works with your wax better than your saddle soap, but when you want to soften this up, if it's, you know, you're in a cold environment, you can heat it up. Oh God, let me just do it this way. Now, if I blow this place up, don't tell anybody. God, how did I do this before? How embarrassing. I just did it over here. What is that about? Oh, here we go. So, you can warm it up like that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little warmer. I'm afraid to do it with this plastic on my hand in case I burn the plastic. I don't know if you can do this with the saddle soap, but I like it warm-ered. So, again, let me see if I can do it this way this time. La 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 la. Don't try this at home, or do try it at home or try it outside. This warms it up a little bit. It's kind of fun. Get a little bit of water. And I say water fun, I know. Not too damp. Ooh, it's nice and warm and creamy. Now, oh, I forgot. If you have newspaper around, stuff them in the boots to give you a working surface. Anyway, if this gets too boring, I might speed up the video. But I just want to show like how to do this from scratch. Because you know what's funny about life? If no one ever teaches you how to do something, you don't learn except by experimentation. Sometimes that's cool, but sometimes you can ruin a good pair of boots. So we're gonna do it this way. So I'm going to start off with one boot here. So we have a little bit of saddle soap on here. It's nice and creamy because I warmed it up a little bit. And I'm going to just go in circular motions and go over the boot. Ooh, a lot of dirt. Now I'm going to move it around. One thing about heating this up is that the saddle soap is a lot creamier when you do that. You don't have to like burn it or anything. You just want it to get it a little more pliable. And you just want to go over the boot. Now this is picking up a lot of dirt. You might want to just dip it in the water. And you know, what's interesting about this is when you're a kid, you learn things, you remember things, and then you get older, you forget about it. Because I'm sure when I was a kid, I knew how to clean my shoes, but somehow I stopped doing it as an adult. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, you want to go around the boot and clean it. And this is something you can do when it's raining outside or something and you're stuck inside and you say you don't know what to do. Learning to take care of your belongings and keeping them nice will not only save you money in the long run, but it's almost like a ritual. You know, you're taking care of the things that you're wearing and that you want to keep for a long time. One of the things that's going on in our generation is everything's throwaway, everything's temporary. There seems to be not as much appreciation for real artisans that took the time to make things that last centuries. I mean, it's there, but in reference to like clothing and shoes, you know, we have like a throwaway culture, instant gratification, and what do you call that? Impulse buying, but no real, not really catering to people that items are going to last, you know, a long, long time. Especially in fashion, a lot of the contemporary stores, they literally want you to buy something and get rid of it after a season. And what I mean by get rid of it, they don't care if you throw it away or anything. It's made out of really, you know, cheap material, and they want you spending money all the time. That's a great way to get broke. If you're buying cheap things all the time and it's not lasting you, that's one way of really not having money. And I don't know if you guys know my other videos, but I kind put several things into a video, so you're not just watching one thing. Hopefully you're learning or you're hearing about different things that are connected. But when it comes to fashion, I kind of like the way some of the French and the Italians live their lives, where they, especially the French in Paris, they have a few suits that are very expensive, but they take care of them. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna start living more that way, as opposed to you know, having a ton of things. Minimalism is good. So don't forget the tongue, and don't forget that area right in here. And I'll be right back. Hey, I'm just gonna show you the difference in one boot that's treated, this one's treated, on the first pass of the saddle soap, and that one isn't. Hopefully you can see the difference, but there's a big difference. And this is only the first one. So I'm going to keep cleaning and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And I've cleaned this boot as well. So there's only one layer of saddle soap, and there's already a big difference. Now, I'm going to try, this is a soft brush. I'm just gonna try brushing these a couple times, and then I'm gonna keep adding more saddle soap and see if I can get more shine. Again, I'm no expert. I've learned from watching other people and their videos, and I'm just seeing what I can do myself. While I'm doing this, I'm noticing that the tongue has a lot of discoloration from the shoestrings, you know, being on so long. So I don't know if you're supposed to, like, how you clean these brushes. One of the things the experts said a lot was, you know, especially when you're cleaning your boots, if they're a little bit damp, they shouldn't be that damp, but if they're a little bit damp, just to let them dry, and then, you know, keep adding your polish or your wax. These already look a lot better, but I want more shine. I think I want more shine. So I'm gonna let these sit for a while, and then I'm gonna add some more things to it and see if it makes a difference. But you're supposed to let them dry in natural, you know, the natural way. You're not supposed to put them outside because that could discolorize them a little bit. But I guess if you're in a winter climate and you're close to a fire, I don't think there's anything wrong of putting them, you know, a few feet away to maybe, you know, speed up the process. But yeah, I'm gonna come back a little bit later and show you what back after doing, I believe, 2 passes of the saddle soap on here. I mean, they look good, but I still want them more shiny. So I'm going to add a natural oil to them. I might brush them one more time and then add another oil to them. I'll be right back. Hey, it's Kat. I'm back again. And I am doing a project of cleaning my Doc Martens. And I have used saddle soap on them at least twice, maybe 3 times. I've actually forgotten. And I'm just gonna buff them with a soft brush real quick. You know what's interesting? Just taking the time to clean my boots, it kind of makes you think about taking care of things better. I don't know. By spending as much time, you know, just shining and polishing, it does something, you think different, if that makes any sense. You know, I don't know. It's almost, like I said, a ritual. It's just another form of taking care of yourself. And there's a little string. It's maintenance. Yeah. I don't know. Life is like a martial arts movie. The really good ones, besides having great, you know, fights and showing great skills, it's also about learning a philosophy. And one of the things I always teach in the martial arts movies is that martial arts is a way of life. Everything is practice. So while I'm, you know, taking care of these boots and spending time taking care of them, it just reminds me of the things you need to take care of in life, you know, like family. Sometimes when you're busy with a career, you don't take care of your family time. And as you get older and wiser, you start realizing how important it is. We take a lot of things for granted, from our boots to our loved ones. And like, this is a lesson that you learn in life, hopefully, before it's too late. But anyway, how did boots become philosophy? Who knows? But yeah, the boots look a lot better. But again, I want them shinier. So this is a packet of coconut oil from Trader Joe's. If you watched my other video, it was a beauty vlog. I used this on my face after putting on $80 moisturizer. But you know, coconut oil is a real product. In other words, not even real, it's an organic product, this one anyway. A natural oil. So anyway, I am going to rub the coconut oil on these boots, and hopefully it will add to the shine. And I believe this time around I'll get the shine that I'm looking for. And if not, I'll just keep adding more oil. But you know what's funny? At first I really didn't like these little packets of coconut oil. But now I like them a lot, 'cause especially if you're traveling, you can just put that in your suitcase or your backpack, and you have, you know, enough coconut oil to last you several days, maybe, you know, 2 weeks if you're going on vacation. 'Cause just a couple of packs will last you that long. Actually, this little bit of coconut oil can go a long way. So you're not really wasting, you know, the product. You can use it for your face, you can use it for your hair, you can use it for your body, your ashy elbows, and you can also use it to condition and moisturize your boots that are made out of leather. Not suede, leather. Anyway, so yeah, I've rubbed this on this boot. I'm gonna rub some on the other boot. And this will make it much more shiny. Okay, this is Kat, and I'm back after cleaning the boots and using saddle soap as well as coconut oil on my boots. And this is the final result. They look a lot better. I didn't do a before and after picture, but if you go through the beginning of the video, you'll see the one boot was untreated while I started doing the first cleanup of the right boot, if I'm not mistaken. So to wrap this all up, this became a documentary film. Sorry if it was too long. Like I gave the example before about martial arts movies, it reminds me of a Jackie Chan movie, an old one called Drunken Master, where even when he was washing clothes, his master made him have correct posture. As I say that, I'm leaned over like this because I don't want the video to cut off. This isn't my main camera. My main camera is broke right now, so I'm using a camera with no face. You know that face thing that swivels? It's a nightmare to do videos without that swivel thing, so never buy a camera without that swivel window, because you need it when you do videos, as many videos as I do, by the way. If you're doing it with yourself and not somebody else. But that's a whole nother story. I digress. Talking about Jackie Chan and posture. About martial arts movies, especially the old ones, the reason why I like them so much is that it's always teaching you a lesson. Life is a lesson. You're always learning lessons. And even when you're practicing, even when you're washing clothes, you can practice. Or when you're doing anything, you can practice a mindset, a philosophy. And getting back to these boots and the time it took to clean them, it made me think on a different level of just how important it is to take care of yourself. A lot of times when you're stressed out, when you're overworked, we all go through times in life where things don't look very good or you don't feel very good. Clocks. Anyway, so one of the best things you can do when those things happen is start small and go back to the basics. Taking care of yourself, taking care of your belongings is a good start. And doing this process just reminds me how important it is to take care of yourself, take care of the things that you wear, take care of your family, take care of the things that are important to you. Because you don't know how long they're going to be around, and the better you take care of them, the better your life will be. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you learned something in this video, because it was about, you know, keeping or learning how to clean your boots, because I haven't cleaned my boots in a long time, or cleaned my shoes the proper way, and sometimes you forget how to do things. But now these boots look like brand new. And I also, you know, I took a rag and I went around the, I don't know what you call this, the edge on both sides of the boots, and it gave it a whole different look. But if I want them more shiny, I heard you can use a special hairspray, like a very high-end hairspray, and it gives it a glassy finish. But I don't even know if I want to go that far. I think these look really good. So I hope this video or this documentary film helped you. Please leave a comment below. If you like this video, hit like. And again, I hope it was helpful. But it was good to do this because, like I said, it's a philosophy. Take care of your belongings. I can be sloppy, and sometimes I work way too hard and I get overwhelmed. But I'm gonna start taking care of the basics from the ground up. Again, this is Kat Tales TV. If you're watching this video and you're used to me interviewing celebrities and you're like, what the hell is she doing? I do other videos besides talking to celebrities. If you come across this video and you're like, what is she talking about celebrities? just go to my channel and like search for Schwarzenegger or Stallone or Mickey Rourke or Andrea Bocelli, or I don't know, there's so many people I've talked to. You can see those videos. But I do, and I'm interested in multiple things, so I hope I don't overwhelm you with my interests, and I hope some of my interests are your interests. But you can always reach me online at Cattails TV on Twitter, Cattails TV on YouTube, Cattails TV with a 0 at the end on eBay, and I have cattailstv.com that I have to go back to updating because I've been really busy. And that's where you can find me. So thanks. Have a great holiday season. Bye-bye.